Things that break WUDU 167. Each of the following actions breaks WUDU. 1. The discharge of any impurity or liquid such as blood, pus, semen, urine, or feces, necasset, from the front or rear invalidates ablution, even if it does not reach the part of the body that must be washed in ablution or ghusl. 2. Passing gas from the rear. 3. The discharge of blood in liquid form from any organ other than the front or rear, such as the mouth or nose. For example, if blood comes out of the mouth in a flowing state, if IT is more than or equal to spit, IT breaks WUDU. If not, IT does not. This can be determined by its color. Blood coming from other places invalidates ablution if it spreads to the sides from the point of exit. A drop of blood that comes out like the tip of a needle and remains in place does not invalidate ablution. Wiping it with the hand or finger does not cause harm. Pus and yellowish discharge from a wound are also the same in terms of ruling. Pure water coming out of blisters on the body is also considered blood according to the correct opinion. According to another opinion, the discharge of such water does not invalidate ablution. If this opinion is followed, it provides an ease for those afflicted with skin diseases such as eczema and scabies. It has been narrated from Imam Huluwani that there is no harm in acting upon this opinion in cases of necessity. According to the Shafi'is, blood, pus, or yellowish fluid coming from any other part of the body besides the front or back does not invalidate ablution. 4. Vomiting a mouthful. That is, if food, water, or bile comes up from the mouth in such an amount that IT cannot be swallowed easily. It breaks WUDU if these items come out in small amounts in a session and reach a mouthful amount. The ruling is still the same. WUDU is invalidated. This is according to Imam Abu Yusuf. According to Imam Muhammad, even if the vomit comes in different sessions, if the cause is the same, ablution is still invalidated. 5. Fainting for a short or long time, going mad, or becoming drunk to the point of swaying involuntarily while walking. If this drunkenness is the result of coercion, the ruling remains the same. 6. During a prayer involving bowing and prostration, if a responsible person, intentionally or unintentionally, by mistake, laughs loudly enough for those around them to hear, without being asleep, it invalidates both their ablution and their prayer. The laughter of a child or a sleeping person only invalidates the prayer. It does not invalidate the ablution. 7. Giving birth to a child. Even if no blood is seen when the child is born, ablution is still invalidated. 8. A man playing excessively with his wife also invalidates ablution. The ruling is the same whether a fluid is secreted or not. However, according to Muhammad, in this situation, ABDEST is not invalidated unless a liquid such as mez is released. 9. If a piece of cotton, which has been inserted into the male's genitals in such a way that it cannot be removed, comes out or is removed later, even if it is not wet, it invalidates ablution. Similarly, if urine has soaked into a piece of cotton plugged into this organ and part of it remains outside, it also invalidates ablution. A small amount of moisture inside does not invalidate ablution. However, if the cotton comes out and falls, then the ablution is invalidated. Because IT means that the cotton is slightly wet. 10. If the cloth or cotton plugged into or outside the woman's genital organ comes out or is removed while wet, IT voids the ABDEST. That is, if the inside of the cotton placed in the outer part of this organ is wet. The ABDEST is broken. It is not necessary for the wetness to pass to the outside of the cotton. However, if the wetness does not reach the outside of the cotton inserted into the inner part of this organ, ablution is not invalidated. 11. Sleeping on one side, sitting cross-legged, leaning on one's elbows, sitting with one's feet out to the side, or going into the prostration position outside of prayer invalidates ablution. Even if you don't fall to the ground while sleeping in a sitting position, if your buttocks are lifted off the ground, your ABDEST is broken. 12. Sleeping while climbing a hill on a naked animal. However, sleeping on an animal on a flat road or while descending a hill does not invalidate ablution. Sleeping on an animal with a saddle or bridle in any form does not cause any harm. 13. If a person who has performed tayammum sees water from which they can perform abdest, their abdest is broken. 14. For those with an excuse, the time for prayer has passed. See Article 99.